Well, hello once again, everyone. It's Jingles Roscoe here with another speed drawing. Today, I decided to try out the 10 art styles challenge, but I thought I'd be a little more specific and try out 10 different manga artist styles. Here we go. So, I guess we should first start off with my own art style, so to speak. So my own style, which I've been drawing on and off for about 10 years now, maybe even a little bit longer than that. I actually kind of started really getting interested in drawing in middle school, and when during my 8th grade, my last year of middle school, is when manga and anime really started becoming really popular around where I lived. And so I started seeing it everywhere, and I started getting into the style myself. Initially, I was mainly just into like American comics and cartoons. The only real animes that I had seen up to that point were just like Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon. And but now a lot more shows were starting to pop up. And I got myself some how to draw manga books and how to draw anime, stuff like that, as I'm sure many other people have as well. But I kind of took some of the ideas and stuff from other artists, kind of been incorporating it into my own style over the years. More recently, though, I've been trying to incorporate more stuff from like American comics and like other Western artists, especially people that I've been seeing online and things that I've been picking up, especially like Plague of Gripes and other such artists online that I kind of been watching and kind of incorporating and kind of improving, I think, a little bit more and more. My style itself is still evolving, but you know, it's something that I'm going to continue to be working on, and hopefully we'll get better at eventually. But there it is. There's my style, and I'm to kind of give you a baseline of where we're starting from. And so I think it'd be kind of fun, since I'm trying to emulate these styles. I want to see how successful I am. I went ahead and covered up all the names of all the different styles that I'm doing until I'm finished with that particular style. So if you guys are interested, try and see if you can guess what style I'm trying to emulate before I actually reveal what it is. But this first style is from a series that I initially wasn't really interested in. It was extremely popular, like directly after I had graduated from high school, and a lot of my friends were super into it. And because something is popular, I automatically have to just be like, nah, I'm not interested in that. But a few years after the initial popularity finally started to cool down a little bit, is when I finally got a hold of some of the manga and have been reading it. I had been reading it, which for all of this different styles that I'm doing, I actually have copies of I have some of the mangas in my own personal collection, and this one I have 8 volumes of, and it's kind of a long series, so it's not really a whole lot. But I noticed, I was watching a video talking about this artist, and one thing that I had learned about it is that this artist really, when they got started, really just wanted to draw cool pictures, and I think they really succeeded, especially initially. But the female characters that this artist drew, I kind of liked their designs and stuff like that, and I think they're still really popular today. The series is no longer running, but you know, I think it was pretty cool for as far as it went through, and you know, the style itself, it will probably stick around, and people will still like it for a very long time. But it was fun trying to find the right images to try and emulate this style. If you weren't sure, this is Tight Kubo. the author of the series Bleach. And so this next author should be incredibly easy to guess who this person is, or at least his style, because his style is so unique and stands out so much among a bunch of other anime that he's such a famous author, or at least his series are so famous that even people that don't really know what anime is could probably point out who this author is, or at least what style is being emulated here. And yeah, this author is world famous and will probably always be pretty famous, especially for considering they're still doing work to this day and their style hasn't really changed much. I thought about emulating his more modern style, but I noticed that the manga that I actually have is some of his older work, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to try and emulate that style because that's the references that I have, and it's fun to try and do an older style over a newer style. And actually a lot of these other artists that I am drawing, I'm doing more of their older style rather than like where they are artistically like now, even though some of them are newer artists, and a couple of them really haven't changed their style like at all over the years. So but yeah, this artist was very influential to me growing up, and their series were very it's one of my favorite series of all time, and so I had to emulate it. But very famous. This was a lot of fun. I was surprised on how quickly I was able to emulate this style. If you weren't sure, quite obviously, it's Akira Toriyama, the author of Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Now, this next author was somebody that initially, when I first started seeing the manga for this particular series start popping up, I was like, oh, that seems kind of cool and seems pretty interesting. And then the anime started playing on TV, and then it became stupidly popular. Like, I was shocked by how unbelievably popular this series became when it was first initially released. And this series, it went on for quite a long time. It only, within the last few years, it finally ended. But it was a series that actually I have like the most issues of. I have up to issue 39 in the manga, and most of the other series that I have don't really go past 8. So I think the main reason why I was able to get so much of it and have so much of it is because since the series was so unbelievably popular, the bookstores always had like a ton of issues of it, and it was also one of the more least expensive series to get a hold of. One of my volumes only being like $7.99 back when I was still buying them. But it's a series that I like. I was surprised to see how similar my own style was to it. But a lot of people love it. It's Masashi Kishimoto's style from the series Naruto. Now, this next series is actually a series that I don't actually have the collected tankobon of, but I have back issues of the magazine that it ran in for a while. And actually, one of the few series in this manga styles challenge that I'm doing that actually is still running to this day with thousands of volumes in it. And it's been going on for a very long time, and it's also an incredibly popular series. And it's actually a series that I really like and would like to get more into, but trying to purchase all of those issues of this one series would be crazy and would take up too much space. But one of these days I will want to try and start collecting it, and buying issues of it and reading more of it, because it's a very interesting series. It's got a very fun style, and the characters are just fun, and the series itself, I think, is just fun. And the anime is pretty great as well. Yeah, it's a fun series, fun characters. But it's Eiichiro Oda from the anime/manga One Piece. And now this next author, surprisingly enough, as I found out and was doing research, is the only female artist in this particular challenge, which I thought was kind of funny and kind of interesting. But this author's style is also an incredibly popular series. I think for the top row of all of these in this challenge, I'm choosing a lot of very popular series. And then the bottom row are still popular series, but less popular than these top ones. But this series was a series that I didn't really get into too much when it was first out and really super popular. But I've been collecting more of the manga for it, and it's been a tremendous read. And I really, really like the level of detail that the artist puts into her characters and stuff. And it's really great writing. I think one of the big things is that her female characters in the series are all very interesting and really well fleshed out and stuff like that, which is something that I think a lot of series mainly aimed towards boys have difficulties with making interesting, and not just kind of side characters that are love interests. So this series I respect a lot and really enjoy. But it's Hiromu Arakawa, the author of Full Metal Alchemist. And now we're moving on to the slightly less popular series, but still pretty popular, and some of my favorites. And I chose these because of their kind of unique art styles, and just because I really enjoy the series. And for this first one that I chose is one that I've really enjoyed. I think the anime is really superb, and the manga is just really fun, and it's really cute. It's a really cute series, which there's so many series these days that are just like really dark or serious, or like, you know, there's not too much. There's some humor, but not like a ton of humor in it. It's really nice to have a series like this. It's just a slice of life, and it's just cute. It's got cute girls in it, and it's really funny. I have a special edition of the anime, as well as a few of the manga, which I need to collect more of. But it's an easy read. It's really what do you call it? It's a really chill series, you know? It's not like there's no high stakes or anything. It's fun. And I can really enjoy a fun series like that. And since the art style was very different from how I usually draw, as well as it's different from the other series that I decided to choose for this practice and this challenge, I thought it would be really cool to include it. So, yep, it's a fun series, cute little series. I would recommend it to anybody that just wants to have a chill time with a chill series. But yeah, it's a lot of fun to try out, and I think I did a pretty good job. I'm happy about it. But this is Kagami Yoshimizu's style, the author of Lucky Star. Now, this next art style comes from a series that I've been really getting into lately. And it's a series that's been around for quite a long time. It got started in the 80s, and it's still running to this day. So that should be kind of a testament on how actually decent this manga/anime series is. And I've been really enjoying it, and I really wanted to choose this one because of how also just different it is from all the other styles that I've been doing, and even just how different it is from just a manga style in general. But I've been really enjoying it. It's been a really fun read, and I've been watching some of the anime for it as well. And yeah, man, it's great. I love it. But I realized the show itself and the manga itself isn't going to be for everybody. Not everybody's going to enjoy it, but I love it. I think it's great. But as you can see, this particular artist, that's very, very different style-wise from pretty much any other anime style that's currently going to this day. And I think that's one thing that's really great about it. It's way more realistic. Excuse me. Way more realistic than most other things going on. But at the same time, it's still pretty stylized, and it's something that I really like about it. And it was a really fun style to try and emulate. Which it was kind of difficult. It took me a few tries before I got to the point that you see here and to where I'm actually pretty happy with it. But boy, it was fun though, you know. As you can see, I also drew her hand in there because the way this author draws hands is pretty unique as well. And I was just all like, I'm going to try and incorporate more than just like drawing the face, but with like the same body and like everything else on there. But yeah, I did it with a couple others. But this is Hirohiko Araki, the author of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Now, this series is easily the newest series out of any of these other ones. So it's still kind of gaining in popularity, but a lot of people have been really enjoying it. Specifically the anime, which, as I've mentioned in some of my previous speed drawing videos, I will always be more into the manga than the anime. And I think it's mainly because you can enjoy the art of these characters much better in the manga, and like you get a true idea of what the actual author's abilities are. And even though this guy is a newer artist, and his series is still a newer series, this guy's got some real talent. And like, if you ever get the time to check out the manga for this series, like, looking at the art it's fantastic. And since I'd been like reading various manga lately, I've been seeing a lot of different levels of abilities of different authors. And some authors I personally don't really feel like they deserve the professional, the status of professional. Like some printed and very popular manga series running today, I don't think the art is very good in. And their selling points often tend to be something other than the art. But for this series, the art is fantastic, the story is fantastic, character designs are great, and characters are fun, and it's a great series. It's by Kohei Horikoshi, the author of My Hero Academia. Now, for this style, I went back again to just a really, really cutesy style. Another really, really cutesy anime/manga series that, I don't really hear too many people talking about nowadays. I mean, people kind of brought it up back when it was, first starting out and stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't think a lot of people talk about it anymore. But I think it's a really fun little series. The selling point of it is definitely like the cute girls in cute style for it, but I like it because of how funny and silly and it is. I've been really getting into a lot of different slice of life style comedy manga. Just because I've been kind of tired of all the, I don't know, the just kind of depressing and dark series that have been, I don't know if it's been coming out lately, but definitely been really popular lately and have been popping up a lot. And so I've just been needing like just a fresh of cutesy, a breath of cutesy fresh air. Well, that's a mouthful. As you can see, I decided to include her hands this time as well, just because I think it'd be visually different from the way that hands are drawn in the other art styles that I included the hands in. But yeah, it was fun. I decided to put a whole lot more work into coloring the eyes and stuff like that, because the manga that I have, like, there's a lot of work put into, doing the gradient and stuff like that. And anybody that uses Paint Tool Sai on a regular basis would know that there's no actual gradient tool in Sai. You just kind of have to do it manually, and that was kind of the way to do it there. Plague of Gripes taught me how to do that, so I do it every so often, but if I can avoid it, I will, because it's kind of a pain. But this series, like I said, it's just really cutesy. It's full of cute girls that are cute and do cute things, and so, but it's really funny, and I can dig that. I'm enjoying it for that. But yeah, this person's style is almost the most like quintessential anime / manga style that you could go with, and so I thought that was interesting. It's less unique, but still it's just a really cute style. It's really just kind of nice. But the artist goes by Khaki Fly, and the series is called K-On! And now we're finally on to the final art style. This author has a couple of very popular series. One of them, which I will mention at the end of this one here, was one that I read and really enjoyed and would actually like to get more of the manga of. But I have more of the manga of their more newer series, and I really like the design of of a lot of the characters in it, but there was one in particular that kind of stood out, and actually I was all like, oh, this character would be perfect to use as reference for this art style challenge, which I forgot to mention. The name of the character that I was drawing is a character named Ashurii-chan, and she's a cat girl and stuff like that, and I just thought I'll use her because she's one of the very few female OCs that I actually have. And works great because all of these different artists I wanted to draw a female character for, says I thought it would be more interesting to try and emulate their style. But this particular artist, I really like their newest series. Newest, I'm not sure. The series that I was trying to emulate is another really funny slice of life style manga series, and it's just cute and it's fun. Less with a focus on the like overtly like cute girl characters in there, and more of just a comedy of life and stuff. And so there's a lot of strong male characters too. But this is Kiyohiko Azuma, the author of Yotsuba and their other series, Azumanga Daioh. And so there you go. There's the final pass of all of them, so you can get another look at them. What did you guys think? Did I do a decent job of emulating these styles? If not, go ahead and just let me know. I'm always trying to improve. And doing a challenge like this is, I think, really good for trying to figure out what you want to do with your own style. and how to improve in your own artistic, abilities. And it's really fun, and I want to try and do other art styles challenge, focusing more specifically on different things. In this case, it was on the styles of other manga artists. But I'm planning on doing some other ones, like for comic book styles, American cartoon styles, anime styles, mostly on a focus for like OVAs or anime that don't actually have like manga versions or didn't have manga versions before. And stuff like that. I have quite a few ideas, but we'll see. I think next time it'll just be another regular character art challenge, or not challenge, regular character speed drawing. But if you're interested in more, go ahead and let me know. And if you want, go ahead and subscribe if you feel like it. I'm going to try and do these more often. Now with my new tablet, I'm hoping I can. But thank you once again for watching. I really, truly appreciate it. And I hope to have another one as quickly as I can. Alrighty, you guys have a good one.